All right, let's talk about the good man. It's a lot of guys out here with social media who was telling their testimony of being a good guy, especially in the black community, and them not wanting good guys. If you're a productive guy, it's corny now. It's not corny being a nerd, anime, being lame. No, being corny is being a straight. In this generation, it's being straight, straight on a straight, narrow, productive path. And a lot of guys wonder, why do women, mess over the good guy, or and I'm going to talk about keep the good guy in dark, and give they self to lesser men. They give themselves to lesser men. They give themselves to lesser men for less. Like, they don't require nothing of guys that are bums, pookies, jailbirds, and I've went over this before, but for the sake of this video, I'll go over it again. But, being a good dude, it's really don't seem to be any reward on a dating market, but really, just as long as God rewards you, and that's what you're doing. You don't be a good guy hoping to, or be a good person, or do good and hoping that you get something in return. That's not how it works. You just do good because morally, and that's your standard as a person. In this case, as a man, that's your standard as a man. That's what you believe in. There's a lot of guys that go on that arc where they be good guys, and then it's like, somebody termed a bad apple termed you bad. Like, nah, you were being disingenuous. You are who you are. So it's just that you have to switch up who you're attracted to, and it's opposites attract. Usually good guys attracted to bad, the bad is attracted to the good, just the way it is. But sitting here and you really chopping it up and thinking about it, like, honestly, you got to be better at vetting. You have to be better at vetting. You can't, and both men and women suck at vetting. Like, you go through situations and some people literally never learn anything from it. When you go through vetting, it's how they answer questions. What are their occupation? What is their background? What is their relationship with their family? When you meet the family, how's the family? How is the sisters? How is the friends? As simple as, how is her hygiene? How does she keep herself? How does she respond? How is her attitude to you? How is her respect for men? See, a bitch can go on the internet and say all this shit about this feminist shit. They have all these feminist talking points, and they can talk about this rah shit. But in person, she can be a nuclear wife damn near. She bring you your plate. She, rub your back. She do everything. She check all the marks. But if a woman don't respect you, you know what I'm saying? If she ain't even like, she don't even get to the point where, like, I want to look good for him tonight. So what should I wear this? Should I wear that? Or should I do this? Should I do that? Like, that's the point to it. Like, the respect got to be there. The attitude got to be there. If you, like, the vetting process tells you everything, bro. It tells you everything. We all know women make it easy for guys that they want to be with, bro. And if you listen enough and allow them to talk and be able to be socially enough, they tell everything you need to know. A lot of those good guys, a lot of guys and men and women in general, they can't vet. Women can't vet because they willing to overlook. Women can't vet because they're willing to overlook. They're willing to overlook flaws because they like something about the guy. It don't necessarily have to be he's a good-looking guy. It can be something like he edgy, or he got motion, or he got jewelry, or all the girls always flocking around him. Like, it's just that, or he with a girl, and I really want to be that bitch, so I want to take him from her. It's stupid shit for women. Women don't vet guys thoroughly that they really want. That they really, really want, and that's the problem. So when they said they didn't know, they didn't want to know. But they vet guys they really don't find attractive. When they start setting all these boundaries, on all these boundaries for you, like, one of them is just a shit test. Like the one where they say, "Oh, you gotta wait 90 days," or you gotta wait to have sex with me. Or at that point, test that boundary. You have to test the boundary. And if she holds stand on that boundary, she's fucking somebody else. In this generation, 9 times out of 10, unless she a virgin, she's fucking somebody else. So that's a boundary. Because women who really like you, they talk sexually to you first. They trying to come over to your place, or they trying to get you to come over and fuck. And I think that's why a lot of younger guys like older women, because it's just straightforward. They don't play the games. But good guys just don't vet. They like anybody else looking at ass and titties and her beauty. We're not looking at the attitude, the character, how she moving. You know, when a girl really like you have a good time, she wants to do it again. Or she wants to see you again really fast. Oh, you know, I'm busy next weekend and we'll see. Nah. That she going to see somebody else, or she hanging with her friends, you're not a priority. Oh, when I get done with my friends, I'm coming over, or we can do something, or you can come over with my friends and we can meet. Like, they're gonna want to see you, bro. They're going to see you. But if you gotta like offer her to come back to see you, or you gotta keep, you know, like, come on, y'all, pay attention. I'm busy next weekend, but you know, I'm telling you, every time you want to do something, like, move on. Save yourself or just tell her how much you want the fuck. Just keep it real then, if that's what you want. But y'all just focus on ass and titties. Y'all don't pay attention to the signs. You know what I'm saying? It's certain men who can't just say no. I just gotta fuck her. Like, no, like when you see things that you see as a problem, and I'm gonna tell you this, the women that you shouldn't be with is the woman you get stuck with. That's a fact. The women you shouldn't be with, like side chicks and shit like that, when they be dealing with dudes, the reason why guys get caught cheating is because side chicks don't want to play their position. That's why women are not better cheaters. They don't want to play their position. They don't want to play their part. So they want to be seen. They want to get pregnant. They want, you know what I'm saying? They want that to happen. They want to sneak the condom off or squeeze it off with their ass cheeks and shit like that. You know? That's just what it is. Hate to break it to y'all. The person you end up with is the one gonna end up pregnant, the stalker, the whole 9, bro. The whole 9. But you know, continuing on. But a lot of times women get a good guy and they fuck over him because they take your kindness for weakness. There's no fear. I know he's a good guy, so all I gotta do is apologize and he'll come back. They take you for granted. Who they really give they pussy to, especially with ease, who they really get a vagina to with ease, and no man, that's really who they are. That's a reflection of who they are, and I say it all the time. You know, y'all don't look at their past partners. I tell you, I see niggas in their pictures with jail suits on, Pookies and Ray Ray baby daddies, or the baby daddy still hanging around, anything like that, or, oh, me and my ex are still on good terms. Like, keep it moving, bro. Why put yourself in the danger zone? Keep it moving. I promise you, keep it moving. But there's so many men who don't know how to take a hint. Not even hit, who don't know the game. There's so many men who don't know the game, bro. They just so focused on sex. Are you really a good guy if you just want sex out of her? You know what I'm saying? If you do, you know, just tell her up front. So that's honestly what I literally don't understand about situations, bro. That's what I literally don't understand about it. Y'all hear things and y'all ignore them because, oh, she's pretty, or I just want to hit so bad. Take that out of it, bro. And you'll have more clarity. Y'all don't vet. Y'all get the dinners and the chick get there and be like, well, I'm lesbian, or I'm this, that, and the third, or they don't be interested, and you could have just did that over the phone and disqualified her. And then even when they say little dumb shit like that, when y'all get them to the table, y'all don't even have the balls to be like, you know what, I just want to fuck. How much to fuck? Or I just want to clap cheeks. You want to go back to my space? Y'all don't even have the balls to either get something on your return. Get something for your time. Y'all don't even have the balls to do that. That's the crazy thing about it. Y'all don't even have the balls to do that. Y'all be so scared to lose a woman that ain't even yours. What you got to lose? That's one thing about why they like being with those type of bad boys and shit like that. Is because they play it like they ain't got nothing to lose. They not walking on eggshells. They're having conversations with confidence. You know what I'm saying? They're treating them like they're just another statistic. Like, I can just get another one of you. Y'all go on a date, y'all scared, y'all be scared. Y'all be so agreeable. That make women dry. When you stand on you stand on principle, you stand on business. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you not socially inclined and you really can't like talk, and if you ain't like funny or you ain't got charisma, you ain't got personality, nothing like that, bruh, you in the hole. So then you kind of gotta be like the bad boy. But y'all be scared to lose women, bro. And that's where they dry up at. If they really not physically attracted or like you for you, and you talking to them and you scared to lose them, or you so agreeable, you agreeing with feminist talking points and stuff like, dog, the respect is gone because you're just too agreeable. You too nice. Stand on business. That's all I had to say, man. So if y'all want part two, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.